Hey y'all, I'm back again. It's 4:28 p.m. So this video won't be long. It's a continuation of the previous video because the gang stalkers prematurely shut off my video and hogged up my phone storage space. I guess to try to shut me up. So I was trying to say that I'm not gonna do one big live on multiple topics, but I want to do like a few live videos at different days or different times on a few topics. So one of the live videos I wanted to do is the topics of and I would like for it to be interactive and not just me talking, but y'all can comment in the chats or whatever. No gang stalkers allowed. I'm talking about targeted individuals who have experienced homelessness or on the verge of homelessness or know somebody that's homeless, or if you're not a target, then and you're homeless, or if you suffered homelessness before or on the verge of homelessness, you know, y'all are welcome to that live stream. I'm not sure when I'll do it. I don't think I'm gonna do it tonight, but if not sometime this week, then sometime in the near future. And I also because I wanted to I wanted to try to see if any targeted individuals can contact Mark Horvath from Invisible People, and if multiple of us can get a hold of him and tell him about how um, the spin on how how it's part of the targeted individuals, you know, what we got to go through, the gang stalking tactics for them to make us, to force us into homelessness or use whatever harassment to run us out of the neighborhood and make us homeless or whatever. And if he could, I don't know if he would be jeopardized or get in more trouble if, but I wouldn't want that to happen to him. But um, I would like for us to get to contact him, and the fact that the gang stalkers force targets into homelessness and the tactics that they use to try to make us homeless. And so that can be another reason why people across the world, not just in America, will end up homeless, is because of workplace mobbing, gang stalking, narcissistic abuse, family abuse, and basically your family disown you or something like that, and it's not always that you're lazy and don't want to work, or that you're crazy and on drugs. So that's one topic. Another live stream I would like to do is excuse me, a live stream to talk about any targeted individuals who've had anything, like who've been victimized by the CPS and foster care and adoption system. Say if you're a targeted individual and your child gets taken away and put in foster care, and you got to go through this battle of this legal kidnapping, or if you were the product of an abusive foster care system, or been adopted and been abused while in foster care or put in a cult or something like that. And so or when did you wake up to the truth about, how the system operates? So I despise, just like I despise the government, um the wicked government. I know the Bible says don't despise government, but you know, But I guess God intended for the government to be good, I guess. But then the government turned evil, what we see today. But I despise wicked government, and despising the social security system, the welfare system, and all that, of how unjust they treat people. You go to the DMV and be treated bad, and so if you go to the food stamp office and you get treated poorly or something, the whole system. But um so then it's like you get, how they put you in foster care, or they put your children in foster care, and then first thing they do is drug the child up on psych meds to keep them blinded to the truth, and have them dumbed down with fluoride, fluoridated psych meds and stuff, and to numb the pain and from them being hurt by being snatched away from their parents. And then the psych medications make you all aggressive and fighting and everything, and can't get along with anybody, and then they want to try to keep you to be a mental patient for life. And then you try to whatever you could to break away from it. Or there are people who are battling the system with I think that people whose children get taken away from them and be put into foster care, I sincerely and strongly believe that parents whose children get taken away from them and the child gets put in foster care, I believe that those parents are targeted individuals. But they may not realize it. And then if they have people come inside your house, these strangers, fake social workers, I never trusted them, come into your house against your will, and then they think, I've heard stories about somebody saying that you would be considered an unfit parent if you have like one dirty fork in the sink, while the rest of the rest of the house is clean. So they'll try to use that to try to justify that you're an unfit parent and take away your kids. Or if say for example, if you prefer to feed your children natural food, and the school wants to try to control you, and you don't go along with the system, then they want to have CPS come and investigate why your child is different from the children who are forced to conform. Or if you want to bring your child's own lunch to school and your child has certain allergies or a special diet, then it's doggone amazing in a bad way of how you could be put on a list to be targeted for all these different reasons. And sometimes all it takes is an innocent what you thought was harmless little one-time thing and small decision that'll ruin you for the rest of your life. So, and I've heard that some targeted individuals, some of people have been in foster care, but they don't want to talk about their experiences though. Most people don't want to talk about their experiences, but I'm the type that I would like to be open-minded and vocal and trying to bring awareness. And I wish that other people, were bold enough to come forward. You don't have to, and I don't want to try to make you, but I wish that more people would be able to, come forward to say, well, this is what happened to me in foster care, or when I was adopted, or this is my situation, or this is what happened in an orphanage or a group home to me. And then I realized, well, hey, I wasn't alone. But I would like to dig more research into tying tying it in that system into how does it compare or how is it integrated with the targeted individuals and gang stalking. And then they make it like as if foster children are bad people and bad children that always need to be watched. So they make it like as if you always need to be watched and you're not to be trusted. And so I believe that I've been watched and monitored since a little child, but certain things during my teenage years happened where it ramped up. And then as I got older, it ramped up even more. So, and a lot of times you don't realize what's going on or what's happening. And so, as I say, it can be the parent or the child that's a victim of the foster care or adoptive system that ends up being targeted, and they may not realize that they're targeting individuals. And so, also I've heard that the foster child who's in foster care, they have children, and their children get put in the system to be abused, satanic ritual, being a victim of satanic ritual abuse by foster parents and adoptive parents who don't care about the child and just in it for the money and doing all kinds of witchcraft, put the children in cults and stuff like, taking them away from the real God. And at the moment, like, this is like the third day they've been vibrating the back of my right calf on my right foot. I'm sorry, my right leg. At the very top of the back of my right leg and my calf, they've been random and sporadic vibrating my right calf ever since like Friday or Saturday. And so, it's not days worth of a jumpy nerve. I know it's not just a jumpy nerve. I know that it's the directed energy. Somebody hit me with the directed energy weapons and doing that. But the third thing is, I wanted to do a topic on a different day, another time, of targeting individuals who came out of like, and it. This is a different topic. Like, say if you grew up with your biological or foster family, and you grew up in a cult, and you became targeted once you left that cult and started being gang stalked, or if you know somebody, or if you have a family member that's in a cult, and you try to warn them about about how destructive a cult is, and that person in the cult gets angry and got connections and get you put on a gang stalking watch list, and you'll be targeted, stalked, and harassed. If you tell your family member about a cult, about the cult that they're in, or if you've been in a cult and you got out, and then you'd be stalked, followed, and harassed, and if they're trying to have you killed and stuff like that. So that's the third live that I want to do. Say, for example, if you get stalked, followed, and harassed because, or you're targeted, you became targeted after leaving the fake Jehovah's Witnesses cult, for example, or if you have a relative, for example, that's part of the fake Seventh-day Adventist cult, and you warn them about it, and then or say if you want to break free from the fake Scientology cult, but you're scared, but you show some resistance, but you're scared, but you want to get out, but you feel helpless and you don't know how, for example. But I don't have all the answers myself, but I'm thankful and glad every day that I'm no longer a member of the fake IDMR cult. So I'm just thankful and so glad that I'm not in the IDMR cult no more. So I would like to do a live stream on other people telling me their experiences on targeting in cults and stuff like that as well. And also, people say that gang stalking is an actual cult. And if you a gang stalker, and I guess if you want out of gang stalking, you know damn well your ass is gonna get killed. You know that they're gonna come after you to kill you if you want out. That's like if you want out of Hollywood in the entertainment industry. Sometimes you were born a person. Most times they will be born into it and have no other choice. And then they get a certain age and grow up and realize, well, something's not right. And so then they realize that something is not right. And then they decide to try to get out. And then, boom, they die in a horrific car accident, or you find them, somebody threw them out of a tall building, and they make it look like a suicide, and it's all covered up, and then you'll think that that person was on drugs. You know, like Whitney Houston, and her daughter both die in the same way. And y'all think it's just a coincidence? Nah, that was done on purpose. Whitney Houston and her daughter were murdered. So, Whitney Houston was a targeted individual, stalked, followed, and harassed. And the perps they call, you know, the gang, our gang stalk. It's like we're not we're so unpaid celebrities, us targeted individuals. We're for celebrities that we're forced to be poor. So you know we're paid. I mean we're unpaid celebrities that get stalked, followed, and harassed, and you know people take our pictures, and I call them the gang stalking paparazzi. You know that the perps and paparazzi, you know, start following, harass you, and take pictures and video of you and put it on a dark web and stuff. So you know, I guess it's the worst case to end up being a celebrity leaving Hollywood, and you end up dying in a plane crash to spook and I mean, and then they'll have you to die in a plane crash to have the whole entire hip hop or entertainment industry shook, and everybody else, you know, scared, and they learn their lesson to ever speak the truth, and they're forced into silence, and they're scared to speak out or scared to try to fight to try to get out. You get what I mean? So, so those are, you know, the live streams that I would like to talk about, and I want it to be interactive. So I'll try to set a date for each one, depending on my mood, my emotions, and how I'm feeling and what I'm going through. And I'll keep y'all updated. All right. I love y'all. See y'all in a while. Bye.